You know that feeling when you walk into a spa and you just instantly relax? And you wish you could just bottle that feeling up and take it home? Well, you kind of can. Today we're going to dive into the world of blending essential oils. I'll give you a super simple, step-by-step guide so you can start creating your own custom scents for your diffuser. I totally get it. You look at all those little amber bottles and you're thinking, what on earth goes with what? It can feel a little overwhelming at first, but I promise you, it is way less complicated than it seems. By the time we're done here, you'll have a clear, creative game plan to start blending like a pro. So here's our roadmap. First, we'll do a quick rundown of what essential oils even are. Then we get to the fun stuff, 3 super simple methods for blending. I'll even share a couple of my favorite beginner recipes. And we'll wrap up with some really crucial safety tips. Ready? Let's do this. All right, first things first. Before we can start mixing and matching, we really need to know what we're playing with. What exactly is in these little bottles anyway? At their core, essential oils are just that, the pure, super concentrated essence of a plant. And when I say concentrated, I mean it. Just one single drop of peppermint oil, for example, is incredibly potent. That concentration is exactly where they get their powerful smell from, and it's why a tiny bit goes a very, very long way. So how does smelling something actually work? Well, this is where it gets really cool. When you breathe in the aroma from an essential oil, those scent molecules take a direct flight path straight to the limbic system in your brain. And that part of your brain is basically the command center for your emotions, your memories, all of it. That's why the smell of lavender can make you feel calm almost instantly, or why a sniff of lemon can feel like a jolt of energy. It's a direct connection. Okay, now for the part you've been waiting for, making your own blends. To keep things simple and fun, we're going to look at 3 different ways to approach this. Think of these as 3 different doorways into your own creativity. So you can blend based on the feeling you want to create. That's blending by effect. You can also just combine smells that you know work well together. That's blending by fragrance family. Or if you want to get a little fancier, you can build a scent like a perfume, and that's blending by note. Let's break them down. This first method is probably the most straightforward, and it's an amazing place for beginners to start. You just ask yourself one simple question. How do I want to feel right now? Do you need a pick-me-up, or do you need to chill out? Then you just pick oils that are known to help create that specific vibe. It's really just about grouping oils by their job. So if you want to feel energized, you could mix a bright citrus, like lemon, with a sharp herb, like peppermint. If you need to relax, classics like lavender and ylang ylang are your best friends. And for that cozy, feet-on-the-ground feeling, woody scents like cedarwood and frankincense are perfect. A great way to start is just to pick 2 oils from the same category and see what you think. Now, our second method is more about the art of the aroma itself. This is where you start to think a little more like a perfumer, pairing different scent families that you know will harmonize well together. It's less about a specific feeling and more about creating a smell that is just beautiful. And this little chart right here, this is your cheat sheet. You can see how woody scents are like the ultimate team players. They literally go with everything. Citrus is also a social butterfly, mixing great with florals and spices. A really simple way to play with this is to just pick 1 oil from 2 families that are listed as good partners. You really can't go wrong. All right, let's talk about our third method. This one's a little more advanced, but it creates these really rich, complex aromas that unfold over time. I love this analogy. Think of it like a song. A good blend has high notes, middle notes, and low notes. The top notes are what you smell first. They're bright, but they fade fast. The middle notes are the heart of the scent, and the base notes are those deep, rich aromas that stick around the longest. A classic formula for this is the 30-50-20 rule. So let's say you're making a 10-drop blend. That means you'd use 3 drops of your top note, 5 drops of your middle note, and 2 drops of your base note. Following a ratio like this just helps create a really balanced, professional-smelling blend. It gives you that initial pop from the top note, a solid melody from the middle, and that lasting foundation from the base. It's a scent that really tells a story. Okay, we've gone through all the theory. Now, let's actually put this stuff into practice. How do you physically make and store your blend? And more importantly, what are some dead simple recipes you can try, like right now? So, making the blend is honestly the easy part. First, you just grab the oils you picked out. Second, you carefully add the drops into a little dark glass bottle. That amber color is really important. It protects the oils from sunlight. Third, give it a little swirl and a sniff to see if you like it. And last, cap it, put a label on it so you remember your masterpiece, and then let it sit for about 2 days. Seriously, don't skip this last step. It lets all the oils get to know each other and meld into one beautiful, cohesive scent. Ready to try one? Here is pure sunshine in a bottle. This is a perfect example of blending by effect. All you do is combine equal parts of lemon, grapefruit, and peppermint. It's this zesty, bright, sharp citrus mint balm that is just perfect for waking up your brain up in the morning. And now for the other end of the day, here's a blend to help you just unwind. You'll combine equal parts bergamot, patchouli, and ylang ylang. And in this one, you can really see those fragrance notes we talked about. You get that light citrusy top note from the bergamot, that deep earthy base from the patchouli, and that gorgeous floral heart from the ylang ylang. It is such a complex and soothing scent. Okay, before you run off and start blending up a storm, we need to talk about the most important part of this whole thing: safety. Essential oils are powerful, natural compounds, and using them the right way is absolutely key. I really want this to sink in. Because they're natural, it's so easy to think they're completely harmless. But remember, their concentration is what makes them work, and it's also what means we have to be careful. You have to treat them with respect, like the potent plant extracts they are. So let's cover 4 non-negotiable rules. First, if you're ever going to put these on your skin, you absolutely must dilute them with what's called a carrier oil, something like almond or jojoba oil. Second, do a little research and buy your oils from good, reputable brands. And the 2 huge don'ts: never ever drink essential oils unless you are under the direct care of a certified expert, and please do not vape them, it's just not safe. And here are 3 last, very specific things to keep in mind. First, a lot of citrus oils can make your skin extra sensitive to the sun, so be careful if you apply them and then go outside. Second, be really cautious using oils around little kids. For instance, some studies suggest oils like lavender and tea tree might have hormone-disrupting effects. And finally, the golden rule: if you're pregnant, nursing, or have any kind of health condition, just talk to your doctor first. Better safe than sorry. And there you have it, a complete beginner's guide to blending your own essential oils for your diffuser. You've got the framework, you've got the methods, and you've got the safety rules. The only thing left to do now is to start playing. So, I have to ask, what amazing scent are you going to create first?